Hey everybody, Mr. G here. Now that we've talked about the two basic types of loops, let's talk about a couple of keywords that add some added functionality to either kind of loop. We call these keywords because they're reserved words in Python. It looks for the words break and continue. It won't really let you use them for anything else. So we have break and continue, as I just said. Again, we have keywords.py with the examples if you'd like to play around with them. So first of all is break. In some situations, we hit a point in our loop where, due to a certain condition being met, we just don't want to keep going. No matter whether there's more iterations to do or whatever, we just want to stop immediately. So the break keyword allows us to instantly end a loop and move on. So an example that I give is I have a list with 4 names. So Kirschmeyer, Pointek, Gazakis, Lorentzet. It's the same list from earlier, but in a different order. And let's say I'm in a situation where I want to print out every name until I find my own. And then I don't even want to print my own. I just want to stop. So here I have 4 name and surnames. So we're going to go through each name in the iterable. And we do a check. If the name is Gazakis, we break. We're done. If it's not, though, we move forward. We print the name. We go through the next iteration. So here, Kirschmeyer is not Gazakis. So we don't break. We print. Pointek, still not Gazakis. Don't break. We print. Gazakis, though, does match up. So we get here, we break. We immediately skip past the print name and out of the loop. So we don't even print Gazakis. And we also don't print any names that came after, like Lorentzet, for example. So the break allowed us to end the loop, or exit the loop, when we wanted to. Of course, sometimes we don't just want to end the loop. We maybe just want to skip a particular entry. And that's where continue comes into play. So let's say I'm in the same situation. I want to print out the list of names, but instead of stopping when I find my name, I just want to skip over my name. I don't want to do it. I want to print out all the other names in the list, even if they come after mine, but I don't want to print out mine. So in our original list, we had Kirschmeyer, Pointek, Gazakis, Lorentzet. So first it's Kirschmeyer. No problems. We don't have to use continue. We just print the name. Then it's Pointek. Still no problems. Don't continue. Just print the name. Then we get to my name, Gazakis. At this point, this if statement becomes true. So we activate the keyword continue, which doesn't force us out of the loop, but it loops back to the top and moves on to the next name and surnames instead of doing all the steps after. So we don't print Gazakis, we just move on and we now assign Lorentzet, which doesn't have this problem. We print Lorentzet. So in this case, we got all 3 of our pieces, but we skipped over one name in particular that we didn't want to see, my name in this case. These are just a couple of examples of break and continue. If you think back at the end of while, we talked about not wanting to have a blank. So instead of using a while loop with a Boolean check, we could have had them keep inputting names, and then as soon as it was blank, had an if statement to check that, and used break to get out so we don't have to add that little tag on. So that's another potential use case of the break keyword. So that's going to be it for this section. Feel free to check out the classwork file to be able to do some extra problems, have things to work on, and I will see you later. Have a good one.